Hello students, welcome once again to English Portal. In this video, we are going to discuss a very interesting story written by O. Henry. And the name of the story is The Cock and the Anthem. It is the third lesson in our syllabus and we are going to see the introduction of writer, the theme of the story, summary and other important points of this lesson. So, let's not waste the time and proceed with the story The Cock and the Anthem. First, let's see the introduction of writer O. Henry. O. Henry is a pseudonym of William Sidney Porter, who was born in 1862 and died in 1910. He is an American short story writer whose stories romanticize the commonplace, in particular the lives of ordinary people of New York City. He was a voracious reader since childhood. He started a humorous weekly, The Rolling Stone, and when the venture failed, he joined the Houston Post as a reporter, columnist, and occasional cartoonist. Now let's see writing style of O. Henry. To describe his style, people often use the term smile with tears, which implies his twisted ways of thoughts and the endings in almost every story. Although his plot is full of coincidences, the surprise ending is his speciality and appeals very much to the readers. His stories illustrates Henry's style in various aspects: original conceptions, exaggeration, simile and metaphor, humor and surprise ending. Wit, irony, cleverness, individuality and local color are also traditional earmarks of the typical O. Henry story. Now here comes the introduction of story. In this story, the main character Soapy is a vagabond and a person with criminal background. He makes different plans to re-enter the prison as he has no shelter to protect himself from severe winter. The story ends in an unexpected way. O. Henry has depicted Soapy's futile attempts to get arrested in a very humorous vein. The local color in this story is very evident. The American city, we can say New York, is depicted very vividly in this story. If we talk about the theme of the story, The Cock and the Anthem is about freedom and confinement. Initially, Soapy thinks that there is freedom from miseries and worries in confinement, that is prison. But the notes of Anthem transforms him from within and he resolves to work hard. Soapy faces the irony of fate as the moment he realizes the real freedom lies in virtuous life, he is taken to prison. Now let's see the summary of this lesson. The short story Cock and the Anthem by O. Henry covers one night in the life of a homeless man living in New York City in early 1900s. When warm, Soapy lives on a bench in Madison Square Park. Now that winter is approaching, the park will be too cold, so Soapy decides to do what he has done for several winters: get himself arrested so he can spend the winter in jail. His first attempt to get in prison is to dine in an expensive restaurant and declaring afterwards that he cannot pay the bill. But when Soapy tries to enter the restaurant, the head waiter's eye falls on his tattered trousers and decadent shoes, and he quietly turns him out of the main door. In this way, his first attempt is a failure. For his second attempt, he throws a stone into a shop window, but policeman refuses to believe that a real lawbreaker would stay waiting to get arrested. So when he sees a man running along the road, he assumes that he must be the culprit and pursues him. Soapy is highly disappointed. His second attempt also goes in vain. Desperate to get into prison, Soapy tries again. In his third attempt, Soapy eats in a modest restaurant and happily admits afterwards that he doesn't have a single penny in his pocket and coaxes the waiter to call the police. But waiter, instead of calling police, calls two bouncers and they manhandle Soapy. Later, they throw Soapy in the back alley. Policeman also neglects him, walks away laughing. In this way, students, Soapy's third attempt also goes in vain. Desperate to be in prison, in his fourth attempt, Soapy remembers the law of disorderly behavior in public places and starts to shout, rave, dance, and acts drunken in front of a policeman, hoping to get arrested. But unfortunately, policeman lets him go with it because he thought Soapy is some student of Yale University celebrating college event. They had orders to let them be. Tired, disappointed, Soapy stops his unavailing racket and drifts apart unhappily. Fourth time a failure. In his next desperate fifth attempt, Soapy tries to steal an umbrella from a cigar store, but man handed it to Soapy, thinking him as its owner. Policeman, who was watching them curiously, lost his interest and went to escort a lady to her car instead. Frustrated, Soapy hurled the umbrella angrily in a pit nearby. This was Soapy's failed fifth attempt. Soapy is anguished as nothing worked to take him to his island, that is, prison. Dejected and cold, he heads for the park bench to spend his night. Suddenly, he comes across a quaint and rambling church. He gets transfixed and leans on its gabled fence. Soapy's receptive state of mind and the sweet organ notes coming from the church brought a sudden change in Soapy's heart. The anthem's sweet sound made him realize his own rotten state of life, degraded days, and base motives. In a moment, his heart responded thrillingly to his strange mood. A strong impulse prompted him to pull himself off the mire, evil that had enslaved him. He would resurrect his old eager ambitions. He will be a man again. Those solemn notes of organ had set up a revolution in him. He decided to go to the city next morning and get a decent job. He remembered that once a fur importer had offered him the place as a driver. Now see, here comes the classic O. Henry twist. The irony is the highlight of O. Henry's stories, and the endings are always very surprising and amusing and sometimes very sad also. Just when Soapy had a change of heart and decided to change his life for better. He felt a hand on his arm from behind. When he turned round, he saw policeman was standing behind him and arrested him for suspiciously loitering near the church. 3 months on the island, said the magistrate in the police court next morning. Now, just when Soapy was deciding to make a man out of his life, at that moment only he got arrested for doing nothing. So this is the irony. When 5 times he tried to get himself arrested and he did something illegal, he was just neglected by policemen. And now when he was just standing there in front of a church, he was arrested. So see students, such is the irony of life sometimes. Now let's compare Soapy's early life and present life. Soapy's earlier life contained friends and roses. He had mother. He was ambitious. His thoughts were immaculate, and callers, that means he desired for respect. That means Soapy's earlier life was full of friends, happiness. Roses symbolizes love. He had loving and caring mother. He was ambitious. He wanted to do something in life. His thoughts were immaculate, clean, full of hope and good desires. And what has happened to his life now? In present life, all his desires are unworthy. All he desires to go into the prison just to be safe and warm. His days are degraded. For the whole day, he is just thinking how to get food and indulging in petty thefts. And in the night, he is on the park bench. And when the winter approaches, he is planning to go to his dear paradise. That's what he calls prison, his heaven, coveted island. So such degraded days are there now in his life. All his hopes are dead. He has no ambitions and no aim in life. All his faculties are wrecked. All his qualities are now broken, and all his motives, aims in life are base, full of unworthy desires. So you see students, such is the story Cop and the Anthem of O. Henry. The plot twist in the end is an example of situational irony. It is typical of O. Henry stories. His stories are full of tears and smiles. In this story also, we feel sympathy, even though Soapy is a thief and is doing illegal things to go into the prison, but the condition of his life, we feel sympathy for him. And just when he is trying to resurrect his life, he is trying to get out of that horrible pit in which he has fallen, the fate plays its role and again he is sent to the prison. So thank you students to be with me on this English portal, and take good care of yourself. See you soon. Bye.